100 hours of watch time. That's 6,000 minutes y'all voluntarily spent listening to me roast America. I'm honored and slightly concerned for your mental health. So to celebrate this beautiful milestone of digital dysfunction, I'm giving you 50 of the craziest state facts, one for every star on that confused little flag, in under 5 minutes. No deep dives, no nuances, just straight up chaos, state by state. So let's go before the FBI joins in. Alabama, go! Alabama, home to a town called Sweet Lips and another town called Beaver Creek. Freud would be proud. Alaska has more coastline than the rest of the US combined, and only about 3 people brag about it. Arizona, cutting down a cactus here can get you 25 years in prison. It's like plant prison rules. Arkansas, pronounced Arkansas because spelling is just a vibe, not a rule. California, they tried to ban nuclear weapons within city limits. Like Kim Jong-un's gonna check zoning laws first. Colorado has a mountain called Mount Baldy and a town called No Name. At least they're self-aware. Connecticut, you legally can't sell a pickle unless it bounces. So yeah, pickle physics is real here. Delaware, the first state to ratify the Constitution and is still trying to get someone to care about it. Florida, a man once threw a live gator through a Wendy's drive-thru window. Florida man never sleeps. Georgia, home to the world's largest drive-in restaurant and the world's fastest growing cholesterol problem. Hawaii, it is illegal to put a billboard up in Hawaii because nothing ruins paradise like a giant ad for herpes cream. Idaho, there's a town named Atomic City with a population of 41 and a radioactive history. It's like Fallout, but with more potatoes. Illinois had a law making it illegal to be unmarried and cohabitating. So basically every roommate situation in Chicago was a crime scene. Indiana once tried to legislate pi. Yes, 3.14 as 3.2 because math is just social construct in the Midwest. Iowa, a town called What Cheer exists here. No one knows why, but no one's cheering. Kansas, there's a law that says it's illegal to catch fish with your bare hands. So put the catfish down, Chad. Kentucky hosts an annual festival where people race live possums. It's called the Possum Trot, and yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. Louisiana, it's illegal to own a wolf as a pet because apparently gators weren't enough emotional support. Maine, the state animal is a moose, but the lobster is their entire personality. Like, they'd marry one if it wasn't so buttery. Maryland once tried to tax flavored oxygen at hookah lounges because nothing says freedom like inhaling government-regulated watermelon smoke. Massachusetts, you can't legally have a duel to the death with water pistols, so basically the state banned summer. Michigan, there's a law that says it's illegal for women to cut their own hair without the husband's permission. Michigan, where your split ends need legal counsel. Minnesota, there's a town called Climax right next to another one called Fertile. This was not a coincidence. Mississippi, it's illegal to teach others what polygamy is. So technically, this sentence is a crime. Missouri, there's a festival in Hannibal. There's a festival in Hannibal where people race Tom Sawyer-style rafts. Mark Twain would sue if he saw what y'all were doing with literature. Montana, cows have the right-of-way on roads, so if you're late, just blame Bessie. Nebraska, it is illegal for barbers to eat onions between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Someone had a traumatic haircut and it became law. Nevada, brothels are legal, but it's illegal to use x-rays to fit shoes, so, you know, priorities. New Hampshire, there's no law requiring seatbelts for adults because live free or fly through a windshield. North Carolina hosts an annual outhouse race. Yes, they strap wheels to porta-potties and call it a sport. North Dakota, technically you still can't dance with a hat on in Fargo. Giddy up but respectful. Ohio, it's illegal to fish for whales in Lake Erie. You know, just in case Shamu makes a wrong turn. Oklahoma, it is illegal to make ugly faces at a dog. This is not a joke. This is a legal boundary between you and a pug named Dave. Oregon, there's a town called Boring that borders another town called Happy Valley. So it's definitely giving situationship vibe. Pennsylvania once fined people for singing in the bathtub. Somewhere a rubber duck is crying. Rhode Island. Smallest state, longest name, officially state of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations because extra. South Carolina, there's a UFO welcome center made entirely out of scrap metal. Because aliens deserve southern hospitality too. South Dakota, it is illegal to sleep in a cheese factory. You better not test this law. Tennessee, you can legally drive without a license if you're operating a horse-drawn buggy. Amish NASCAR, baby. Texas, it is illegal to own more than 6 dildos, but you can own unlimited guns. So priorities are Texas-shaped. Utah, you can buy a flamethrower easier than a beer. Fire equals fine. Alcohol? Let's talk about that, brother. Vermont, it is illegal to whistle underwater here. And if you figure out how to, the government still says no. Virginia, technically you can't hunt on Sundays unless it's for raccoons. Because nothing says the Sabbath like a raccoon chase at 6 a.m. Washington, it is illegal to harass Bigfoot, meaning they legally recognize Bigfoot. Let that sink in. West Virginia hosts a festival where people run a 12-mile obstacle course through mud and fire and prom dresses. It's called the Redneck Rave. Send prayers. Wisconsin, people wear cheese on their heads, ironically, and yes, it's considered both fashion and state pride. And finally, that brings us to Wyoming. There are twice as many cows as people, and quite frankly, the cows make more sense these days. 50 states, 5 minutes, 0 sanity left. Thank you so much for the 100 hours of watch time, and thank you, America, for being the weirdest group project ever submitted to God. Subscribe now, or don't. I'm not your dad. See you next episode of What the Fuck, America, where every fact feels like a dare. Good day.